Hey everyone, it's Anthony from GLAAD, and I'm so excited today to be talking to two of my favorite people from my new favorite show. It's called The Baker and the Beauty. It's on ABC. Hello, Lisa Vidal, and hello, Belissa Escobedo. Nice to meet you both.
Hi, nice to meet you too. Thank you for having us.
Of course. Well, I hope you like, I tried to give a little Miami background for you in honor of the show.
A lot.
Very
Yes.
festive, very festive.
Thank you. Well, first off, a big episode this week. Let's talk about it. Okay, Belissa, your character, Lisa, you play her mother, in case anyone hasn't seen the show yet. Big moment, you come out to your family, and this is a very traditional Latin family in Miami. So big episode. So Belissa, what was that like for you? Because I know it was, a special story for you to tell.
Yeah, as someone who identifies as queer, I identify as pansexual, and having that story being told, not only being able to tell it myself, which is such an honor, but just knowing that this is about to be on TV and that it was on TV.
Yeah.
But just knowing that and knowing that everyone's seeing this, and I wish I could have seen that at my age, it would have probably helped me in coming out a little bit, maybe come out a little bit better. But I just feel honored and so happy that it's out there and that we're telling this story.
And Lisa, you play the mother, and I think what we see is, it takes her a second, and that's a very real, situation for any family. It's not just like, some people, it takes some processing. So tell me about, for you with the character, how you think it's all, she's navigating everything.
Yeah, well, for me, it was important to play Mari very real. I wanted to actually go through the journey that Mari goes through for this realization and how she feels and how she processes. I didn't want to play the stereotypical, Catholic or Christian person, because I'm Christian. I didn't want to play that ridiculous, typical, stereotypical of, oh my God, she's going to burn in hell and all of that stuff. And we got far away from that when we started talking about this storyline. And I said, I want Mari to be much more evolved. I want her concern to be more about how the world is going to treat her daughter and how she wants to protect her daughter, because at the end of the day, that's what it's about. And so we talked to the producers, and Belissa and I had a lot of conversations about it too, and how important it was to show how much Mari loves her daughter as being a person. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think that was one of the important things, because it wasn't so much of the shock that she was coming out. It was the fact that her mother felt like she felt bad that she didn't know her daughter truly.
Right. That there was something that was so incredibly specific and important that she would not be connected to every part of her daughter. I have a daughter. I have a 16-year-old, and it's like, as a mother, you try so hard to be completely in tune and connected, and Mari is so desperately trying to connect with her daughter.
And Belissa, I know your character, I think, is 15 on the show, right?
Mm-hmm.
How old are you in real life?
I'm 21.
Okay, so close. So I mean, 21, I think, is still, a young age. I mean, you came out, I think, before, a couple years ago. Like, I think, what was that like for you? Because I think, with Latin cultures, it is something that can still be a little bit more, hard in the beginning, because there's a lot of tradition and a lot of, values, traditional values of, from before. So what was it like for you to kind of, be a young person coming out?
Yeah, coming out, I came out around the same age as Natalie. I think I might have been 16. But it was similar in the sense that I didn't wake up that day thinking I was going to come out to my parents. It was kind of just like, yeah, like surprise. And we had gotten dinner as well. It's something about food and Latin families. We just confess everything. All the drama gets on the table. But so we were in the car, and for me, what I noticed most is within Latin families, I feel like there's some sort of taboo in discussing sexuality. You know, it's not something that's discussed at the dinner table. It's kind of, you know, brushed under the carpet and we don't really discuss it. And so for me, I came out to my parents and they were really shocked, and they kind of just like turned to me, because I also came out as pansexual. And for my parents, they were like, I've never heard that word before in my life. So they came from the same place as Mari in being like, we want to understand, but right now we're just shocked. You know, we didn't expect this. We need to learn. We need to educate ourselves.
You know, Lisa, you mentioned you're a mom. Someone. How important is it for just communities in general? But I think speaking on your experience with Latin families, and just to have that kind of open line of communication with their children, because I think that is a lot of it. Sometimes they feel like you just said, that they can't. There's certain topics that are not supposed to, that are not allowed to be talked about.
Well, for me as a mom, it's super important, right? Because I try to teach my children that, we're a family and we're here for each other and there are no secrets. And for me, a lot of that typical, stereotypical, Latin family way of avoiding certain issues is really about fear. It's all fear-based, right? Because we're afraid of the unknown. We're afraid of, and truly at the end of the day, right, there's a mentality of, the world won't love my child, or God won't love my child, right? Or something like that. So what happens is that because of that fear and that of the unknown, then everything just becomes closed off. And you're not looking at, the human being as a person, and talking about the real issues and the real fears and where it stems from. And I think that was, for me, that was the journey that I wanted Mari to have with Natalie, her daughter, about, yeah, I'm scared, right? I'm scared of what does this all mean, right? On different levels. Like, it's not cut and dry. And I can't stand when things are glossed over or flossed over like it's we have real conversations. And Belissa and I have some beautiful scenes coming up where they deal with that as mother and daughter.
Well, I actually was going to ask, and I don't want to get too spoilery, without giving away too much, because I know they won't let you. How are we going to see this kind of, oh, I see a little visitor, Belissa. I love that. How are we going to see this, relationship and this storyline explore for the two of you?
It's going to be a lot of growth. It's going to be, I don't want to give too much away, but I think both of them there's gonna be some compromise between the two of them, and you're really gonna see like the push and pull, the generational push and pull. Yeah, I'm excited for that part.
Any tidbits for you, Lisa?
Belissa is such a lovely, beautiful actress, and so she made it so easy.
Oh my God.
We got it's true. We got to go to places, and she was so raw and so real, coming from her own experience. And then, of course, because I'm a mother, I understand. And I just love the journey. I just love that it's not so clean cut. It's real. And just myself being a mother and loving my children and being a much more evolved person in how I understand it, I wanted to be able to help this character come to a place where you love her for the journey and you can relate to her, and you love this mother and daughter and watch them get there. And it's not always pretty, right?
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, it's about love and how they love each other, like with zero holds. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's so important. That's, I imagine, I think about all, even just families, but also Latin families that might be watching this show and see those moments and, maybe just within their own experience, take something away and maybe go about a situation differently. So that's
right.
So important. Another thing I want to talk about, which I'm so happy about, this cast, all Latin, lead actors. I love it. All of you, even Dan, is, I think, is he Argentinian?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like,
Argentinian,
I love that. How,
Spanish.
I know, it's amazing. You know, and Lisa, you know, Belissa, you're a younger, newer actor. Lisa, you've been acting for some time. And, you know, how great is it to be on a show that, you know, is all Latin people, you know, leading the show, very inclusive, very diverse. You know, how great does that feel?
It's amazing. I think, you know, this is one of my first gigs, and to have it be with an all Latin cast, not only all Latin cast, but pretty much all Latin crew that we worked with, you know, in Puerto Rico. It feels so special, just so like monumental, and really, really something that, you know, we're going to hold on to all of our lives, no matter where this show goes.
It was definitely very, very special. I think being on primetime, it was honestly one of the best crews I've ever worked with. I mean, everyone just gave 100% and somehow was joyful through the most craziest things that happened to us, earthquakes and illnesses and all kinds of stuff. And yet managed to just have such a great attitude, and just the way I think we clung to each other as a cast. We really created a family. That doesn't always happen, right? We genuinely love each other. It's magic when that happens, when that kind of chemistry happens, even down to the producers and everything. It's magic. And so experiencing that has been incredible. And of course, you know, with the cast, just in general as actors, we've got an incredible cast. Everyone was just incredibly cast, perfect casting. It just could not have been better. Right, Belissa? I mean, it was just...
No, we instantly, even from the pilot, you know, we felt it, where we just clicked and we had that connection, and it made us even more excited to shoot the rest of the season.
All right, well, it's been such a pleasure to talk to both of you. I can't wait to see how this storyline and everything else in the show plays out. It's so much fun. It's exactly, you know, what we need right now. So The Baker and the Beauty airs Mondays at 10 on ABC, so make sure to check it out.
Yay! Thank you for having us.
Thank you. Thank you for having us. God bless and stay safe.
Thank you.